We had a freedom to worship. So we secured that right all the way through as all the new states started to come into being. One of the other things in there was Article 2, which it said, in essence, is, it is understood and declared that no law ought to be made or have force in the said territory that shall, in any manner whatever, interfere with or affect private contract or engagements, bona fide, and without fraud previously forward. Now that's interesting. And what we did was we took that which was embedded into the Constitution and what was understood by the founders, that many others today say the founders were nobody. Let's see, as I look back in my history, I think we were somebody. $100 per year automatically taken out of your paycheck to go for something that in your term be informed. Listen now today. Get back in front of your legislators and do not listen to the deceiving words of this man who sits in the White House today because he is receptive in what he has to say. Support for long and oftentimes destroys the unhappy patient. It proceeds from gross mistakes or greater wickedness from lust of power gain. It first promotes that which is obscene and vicious and has a palate to it that causes us to take it. I tell you that it defines and destroys that free state. Oh boy. It is a very great mistake to give in that the object of loyalty is the authority, interest of one individual, however dignified by the applause or the enrichments by success of popular action. This has led millions into such a degree of dependence and submission that they have bound themselves to the homage of the instruments of their room at the very time they were at to accept. The true objective of loyalty is a good legal constitution, which as it condemns every instance of oppression and lawless power, derives a certain remedy to the sufferer by following him to the remonstrance of his grievous and pointing out the methods of relief when the gentle arts of persuasion have their episode. Ladies and gentlemen, I can go on. Sons and daughters, I can go on and talk and bring you more of the information of the history of loyalty and sedition. What we are looking at this day is to find those that are loyal to the love of our Constitution and understand the intent of we the founders. My cousin John Adams has said that this Constitution would be good for 300 million people. What do we have today? This Constitution is not a living document that would move. It is not dead. It is alive in its own right in the spirit of 17. What? That's right. That's absolutely right. I want to leave you with this thought. Study the founders. The information is there. Connect with groups that are taking and bringing back to life that which is true. It's not in the schools anymore. But there is a petition also going around that would restore the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the state constitution into the schools of the state of Washington. One of it being a book called The Naked Capitalist. Now that's an interesting thing. I would suggest that you take and read that and understand what has happened over time. I think you'd be very likely to hear what happened at that point in time. So the other thing that I can only go with is what you've heard over and over is join the grassroots movements. I see many flags at the time that says don't tread on me. That was grassroots. That meant we got out and we did something. You are involved. I am honored by you all.
On the subject of statesmen and leadership, we have some candidates here today. Would you like to hear from some of them? I have a request from David Castillo. He's got a timeline to keep, so I'm going to bring him up first to support that timeline. Please welcome David Castillo, 3rd Congressional District.
Thank you all for being here. I am David Castillo. I'm running for Congress in the 3rd Congressional District, and I can't think of any place else I'd rather be. Standing up for Rob McKenna. And I am proud to have this opportunity to stand up in support of Rob because he stood up in support of my campaign early on when everybody else said I'm crazy for taking on a 12-term year incumbent who had $500,000 in the bank. He's not running anymore, folks. Our moment, a conservative moment, is at hand.
One more, Jamie Herrera.
It is an honor to be here. You know, one of the first memories I have is coming to stand on these steps with the March for Life groups. Tremendous effort. You know, I can remember when we needed, I'm a state representative from Clark County, and I have fought tirelessly here with the House Republicans. The Senator said that the Senate Republicans sent that letter to support Rob. The House Republicans signed on as well. We have been standing here in the gap saying, don't overturn 960, don't raise taxes, and by all means, Rob McKenna, we need some leadership. Stand up for us. Yeah. Now, I am running for Congress to replace Brian Baird III, and you know, those of us in Southwest Washington know what it's like to send an independent, hardworking leader to Congress, don't we? We made history, actually. I remember volunteering on Linda Smith's campaign. Remember that? Well, I'm pleased to announce that she has endorsed my candidacy for Congress here in Washington's 3rd. I'm also pleased to say that no one will work harder for you than I will. And you know what's interesting? I was a congressional aide when Republicans, I advised on healthcare policy. I had a boss who was very big on free market solutions to healthcare, and I worked on those solutions. And you know, when Republicans had control of the House, the Senate, and the White House, they dropped the ball. We have to be honest, folks. They dropped the ball, and they left us hanging. And you know what? We gave them the walking papers and said, try again. And now the Democrats have learned the exact wrong lesson. Rather than cutting wasteful spending, they're taking the credit card of the American taxpayer to the mall. Rather than cut the deficit, they are bailing out failing businesses. I don't know about you, but I don't want to own failing auto companies as a taxpayer, right? And rather than pull back the reach of government and let the free market correct itself, they have stepped in and said, we're going to assert more government control. Look at what's happened with healthcare. A $950 billion new entitlement program. Folks, we're having a hard time paying for the entitlement programs we have right now. You know how they're going to pay for it? They're going to take the biggest swipe at individual liberty that we have seen. They're going to reach into your back pocket, and they're going to pull out dollars, and they're going to pay for, I don't know, a 26-year-old who doesn't go get his own job and get his own health care. You're going to pay for